that we have in our time something that never existed before. As Sheikh Rabi' in his answers to the questions of Abi Rawaha, حفظه ta'ala, he was asked about the dangers of some of the sururis and the qutubis and so on and so forth, some of these different groups that we have today. And he said that this is something that the danger that they have, the khatar that they are upon, that the amount of danger that they pose and peril that they pose to the Muslims is something that makes them the most dangerous group of innovation that has ever existed, fima a'lam, as far as I know. Why? He said, because in the past you never had a group of innovation except that they were clear with their adawah to Ahlul Sunnah. And they didn't say that they were Salafi. They didn't come and say, Nahnu Ahlul Hadith wal Athar, Nahnu Salafiyyun. We are the followers of As-Salaf al-Salih. We are the followers of Al-Athar. He said they come and they teach you Aqidatul Wasitiyah. They come and they teach you Usul al-Thalatha. They come and they teach you Qawaid al-Arba. They come and they teach you Kashf al-Shubuhat. They come with correct beliefs as regards the names and the attributes of Allah, and correct beliefs as regards ash-shirkiyat. But in these other jawanib, in these other usul, they are munharifun. When did that ever exist before? The Ash'aris didn't used to go to the people and they say, Nahnu Salafiyyun. Ta'alu bina ila buyutina. Come to our homes, we have durus. We're teaching. Ash'ira didn't say we're teaching the Aqidah. Or they actually do teach the Aqidah of Ibn Abi Zayd al-Qayrawani. That's the example I was going to use. That would be Hamza Yusuf. We're teaching the Aqidatul Raziyayn. We're teaching Usul al-Sunnah, Sharh al-Sunnah by al-Barbahari. We're teaching the books of Al-Mujaddid Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab. It never came like that before. They're coming like that now. And the people, they see a person with the dashdasha and with the ghutra, the imama. They say, he smells like ambar. He has a nice smile, nice glasses. He's crispy. He's so friendly. And he's an Arab. So he has to be Salafi. Kayfa la? How can that not be the case? How can he not be Salafi? Because he's Khariji. Because he's in cahoots with Salman and Safar. And because he defends the likes of Osama bin Laden and makes excuses for Osama bin Laden. Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala, he said anyone who praises the people of innovation, praises their books, anyone who makes excuses for them. He mentioned 7 things. He said, تَجِبُ عُقُوبَتُهُ. He said it is mandatory upon the Muslim world to punish him. It's a crime in Islam. So the Shaykh, he mentioned, these are the first 3 things. What they believe about the attributes of Allah. What they believe about the shirkiyat, their da'wah as regards the shirkiyat. What they believe about the rulership, what they believe about the jama'ah. Who are the jama'ah? The jama'ah are the companions of the Prophet ﷺ. The jama'ah are the Muslims behind their ruler. This is the jama'ah. This is the jama'ah. The jama'ah is not some people who have a bay'ah to some hidden amir on Wak Island. Some person who is in a cave somewhere with a satellite phone that they've never seen, talking about he's the jama'ah. It reminds me of the statement of Jama'atul Takfir wal Hijrah, when they said that whoever hates the Quran and the Sunnah, whoever hates the Quran and the Sunnah has disbelieved. And we are the Quran and the Sunnah. That's what they said. We are the Quran and the Sunnah. And whoever hates us disbelieves. Who is the Jama'ah? And how do they feel about Al-Ahzab al-Bid'iyah? Those that have placed their allegiance upon ala ghayri asasin shar'i. They have not placed it upon a religious basis. They have placed it according to the leader of their group. Al-jama'atu wahida la jama'at. There's one jama'ah, there are not many jama'at. It's not for everyone to have their own party, their own sect, with their own leaders and so on and so forth. Who is the leader of Ahlul Sunnah Salafiyyun? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. There's a brother, yesterday he read the fatwa of Ahmed al-Najmi, who is the Za'im of the Salafis, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And then his companions and those who follow them in goodness. وَمَنْ كَانَ مِنْكُمْ مُسْتَنًّا فَلْيَسْتَنَّ بِمَنْ قَدْ مَاتَ. And whoever wants to take someone as their example and their leader, let them take the example of someone who has already died. فَإِنَّ الْحَيِّ لَا تُؤْمَنْ عَلَيْهِ الْفِتَنِ. Because a person who is alive is not safe from fitna, from going astray. Abu Darda, he said, لا تأمن البلاء فوالله إن رجل لا يفتن في ساعة واحدة فينقلب عن دينه. Never feel safe from being tested because by Allah, a person can be put to test at any given second with the test that will make him depart, apostate from his religion. Never feel safe from being tested. The Salaf al-Salih, they were afraid for their religion. Likewise is al-mawqif min al-jihad. Jihad is ibadah, it has shurut and dawabit. It has conditions that if they are not present, jihad cannot be carried out. If they are not present, jihad cannot be carried out. And there are mawani' that if they are present, jihad likewise cannot be carried out. Who was that for? That's for the ulama of Islam. إِذَا جَاءَهُمْ أَمْرٌ مِنَ الْأَمْنِ وَالْخَوْفِ أَضَاعُوا بِهِ وَلَوْ رَدُّوهُ إِلَى الرَّسُولِ وإلى أولي الأمر منهم لعلمه الذين يستنبطونه منهم ولولا فضل الله عليكم ورحمته لاتبعتم الشيطان إلا قليلا. And a matter comes to the people touching public safety or fear, they spread it amongst themselves. It's on CNN, it's on NBC, it's on ABC. We have an Islamic specialist today who's going to talk to us about the strife occurring in Libya. الرويبضة يتكلم في أمر الرجل تافه يتكلم في أمر العامة. الرويبضة, and those who are despicable, ignoble, ignorant people who talk about what goes on with the masses. أضاعوا به, Allah said, when a matter comes to them touching safety or fear, they spread it amongst themselves. If they had only referred it to the messenger and those charged with authority from amongst them, meaning the scholars, لَعَلِمُهُ الَّذِينَ يَسْتَنبِطُونَهُ مِنْهُمْ, and the proper investigators would have understood it from them directly and reached a conclusion. They have reached a fatwa that was based on kitab and sunnah. وَلَوْلَا فَضْلُ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ وَرَحْمَتُهُ. And if it was not for the bounty of Allah and His mercy upon you, would have all followed the shaitan except for very few. The ulama of Islam, they say as regards the nawazil, these big situations, talking about international politics, talking about the affairs, the connections, and the dealings of entire nations between each other, talking about things that by Allah, if people were to carry out, yani i'tibatiyan, yani to carry out fawdawiyan, in a chaotic way, without going through the proper channels and the proper guidelines, following the guidance of the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, that they will be responsible for the blood that is shed of every person that falls a victim to the crime that they initiated. They mention about Khawarizm Shah, who was the ruler of Afghanistan. The ruler of Afghanistan, Khawarizm Shah, before the life of Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala, how he's the one who picked a fight with the Tatar. He didn't have the ability to protect his people from the Mongols, from the Tatar. And he picked a fight. He picked a war while he was the Amir. He was the Amir, the prince or the ruler over a very small portion of what is now Afghanistan. And he picked a fight with the Mongols by killing, by taking the wealth of some of their merchants who were passing through. And then when Hulagu, the son of Genghis Khan, when he sent his emissaries, when he sent the messenger, and in Islam you don't kill the messenger, and in war you don't kill the messenger. The kuffar don't even kill the messenger, right? When he sent the messengers, he sent two messengers, and he killed Khawarizm Shah, killed both messengers. And that angered the Tatar against the Muslims, and they came and they destroyed city after city after city, killing hundreds of millions of people. Where was Khawarizm Shah? He was hiding in them same caves that Osama bin Laden was hiding in. And he couldn't protect them any more than bin Laden could protect the Muslims. Why are you picking a fight that you can't finish? This is the religion of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. There are two groups of people. There are two groups of people The ulama, they say as regards nawazil, as regards these big important affairs, those who ask the ulama, Allah mentioned two groups of people. وَلَيْسَ ثَمَّ قَسْمٌ ثَالِثٌ, and there is not a third category. Those that consult with the people of knowledge, the ulama of Ahl Sunnah, and those that follow the shaitan, and there is no third category. We'll mention the rest of the points quickly. So the sixth point is a position as regards الدماء المعصومة بالإيمان والآمان. The blood that is inviolable, either because a person is a believer or because they have al-aman, they are mu'ahad, they have a covenant with the Muslims. As we are living, as we have entered, and not the other way around, we have entered tahta, and dakhalna tahta aman al-kuffar. We are living under the guarantee of protection from them, the guarantee of safety from them. We live in their lands. So what about the ignorant, stupid person that's living in these lands talking about shedding their blood, fighting them, killing them from behind the shadows, and so on and so forth? So this is the seventh thing, the position as regards, the sixth thing, the position as regards the blood that is inviolable, that is haram, because of iman and because of the agreements that are taken of non-aggression. The agreements that exist between the Muslims and the non-Muslims of non-aggression. When you see somebody calling to other than this, then know that they are upon other than the da'wah of Ahl Sunnah. Then know that they are upon other than the da'wah of Ahl Sunnah. The seventh thing is the mawqif of the mawqif of who are the ulama? Who are the ulama? Who are the ulama? And what are your sentiments towards the ulama? The rights of the ulama. And who are not the ulama. And this is a fitna. The people, they confuse the khutbah with the ulama. And the speakers and the preachers with the ulama. Ayyad al-Qarni himself swore by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala he wasn't a scholar. He swore by Allah he wasn't a scholar. We swear by Allah he's not a scholar. We swear by Allah he's not a scholar. Why? Sahib al-Hawa. The ulamas, Ibn Abd al-Barr, they said the ulama agreed that no person of innovation is called a scholar. There's no such thing as a alim from Ahlul Bid'ah, a scholar from Ahlul Bid'ah. Because a alim is a person who is knowledgeable of the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. Imam al-Shatibi said that no person who is rasikh fil ilm ibtada'a fi din al-batta or qat. He said that no person who is firm in their knowledge of the Sharia has ever innovated an innovation in the religion. The eighth thing is a position towards innovation and the people of innovation. The ninth thing is our position against at-takfir. At-takfir. And what removes a person from the fold of Islam. And who have the right to make takfir, or the scholars. And the 10th is our position as regards al-wala wal-bara. Al-wala wal-bara. In wala and bara as regards our disassociation with the kuffar and our declaring ourselves innocent from them without oppressing them. And likewise from the people of innovation. And likewise from the people of innovation and our alliance for the sunnah, for the scholars of the sunnah and the people of the sunnah. And we'll close with this. If I said anything that was incorrect, it was for myself or the shaitan. Wallahu wa rasuluhu minhu bari'an. And Allah as the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam are free of that. هذا وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Tomorrow, inshallah, the